Hare Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th Canto, Chapter 20. This chapter is entitled as Lord Vishnu's Appearance in the Sacrificial Arena. Text 23. Prithu Rubacha Baran Bibho Tvad Baradeshwarad Budhaha Kathang Vrinite Guna Vikriyatmanam Ye Narakanam Api Santi Dehinam Tan Isha Kaivallapate Brine Na Cha. Can everybody read the writing on the board? Priyavrata, can you read it? Oh, pocket Vedas. Prithu Rubacha Baran Bibhotvad Baradesharad Bidhu Baran Bibhotvad Baradesharad Bidhu. Yeah, I made a mistake. Okay, I'll correct myself. Baran Bibhotvad Baradeshwarad Buddha Kathang Brinite Guna Vikratmana Kathang Brinite Guna Vikriyatmana Ye narakanam api santi dehinam Ye narakanam api santi dehinam Tani shakaivallapate brinena cha Tani shakaivallapate vrinena cha Baran bibhotvad baradeshwarad buddha Kathang vrinite guna vikriyatmana Ye narakanam api santi dehinam Tani shakaivallapate brinena cha. Mataji's. Very good. Prithu Ubacha. Prithu Maharaj said, Baran, benedictions, Bibho, my dear Supreme Lord, Twat, from you, Barada Ishwarat, from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the highest of the bestowers of benedictions. Buddha, a learned person. Katham, how. Brinite, could ask for. Guna Vikriya, bewildered by the modes of material nature. Atmanam, of the living entities. Ye, which. Narakanam, of the living entities living in hell. Api, also. Santi, exist. Dehinam, of the embodied. Tan, all those. Isha, of Supreme Lord. Kaivallapate, O bestower of merging in the existence of the Lord. Brine, I ask for. Na, not. Cha, also. Translation by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. My dear Lord, you are the best of the demigods who can offer benedictions. Why, therefore, should any learned person ask you for benedictions meant for living entities bewildered by the modes of nature? Such benedictions are available automatically even in the lives of living entities suffering in the hellish condition. My dear Lord, you can certainly bestow merging into your existence, but I do not wish to have such a benediction. Please repeat after me. My dear Lord, you are the best of the demigods who can offer benedictions. Why, therefore, should any learned person ask you for benedictions meant for living entities bewildered by the modes of nature? Such benedictions are available automatically, even in the lives of living entities suffering in hellish condition. My dear Lord, you can certainly bestow merging into your existence, but I do not wish to have such a benediction. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. There are different kinds of benedictions according to a person's demands. For karmis, the best benediction is promotion to the higher planetary systems, where the duration of life is very long and the standard of living and happiness is very high. There are others, namely Gyanis and Yogis, who want the benediction of merging into the existence of the Lord. This is called Kaivalya. The Lord is therefore addressed as Kaivallapate, the master or Lord of the benediction, known as Kaivalya. But devotees receive a different kind of benediction from the Lord. Devotees are anxious neither for the heavenly planets nor for merging into the existence of the Lord. According to devotees, Kaivalya, or merging into the existence of the Lord, is considered as good as hell. The word Naraka means hell. Similarly, everyone who exists in this material world is called Naraka because this material existence itself is known as a hellish condition of life. Prithu Maharaj, however, expressed that he was interested neither in the benediction desired by the karmis nor that desired by the Gyanis and Yogis. Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati Prabhu, a great devotee of Lord Chaitanya, described that Kaivalya is no better than a hellish condition of life. And as for the delights of the heavenly planets, they are factually will o' the wisps, a phantasmagoria. They are not wanted by devotees. Devotees do not even care for the position held by Lord Brahma or Lord Shiva, nor does a devotee desire to become equal with Lord Vishnu. As a pure devotee of the Lord, Prithu Maharaj made his position very clear. Prithurubacha Baran Vibhotvad Baradeshwarad Buddhaha Kathang Brinite Gunavikriyatmanam Jenarakanam Opisanti Dehinam Tanisha Kaivalla Pate Brinena Cha. My dear Lord, you are the best of the demigods who can offer benedictions. Why therefore should any learned person ask you for benedictions meant for living entities bewildered by the modes of nature? Such benedictions are available automatically even in the lives of living entities suffering in hellish conditions. My dear Lord, you can certainly bestow merging into your existence, but I do not wish to have such a benediction. So, Prithu Maharaj is offering his prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared to Prithu Maharaj because Prithu Maharaj got into a conflict with Indra. Indra stole Prithu Maharaj's sacrificial horse. Prithu Maharaj, this was Prithu Maharaj's 100th horse sacrifice. And Indra got into anxiety. That, if he successfully offers 100 horse sacrifices, then he'll become Indra. Because by performing 100 horse sacrifices, one can become Indra. So Indra became very worried that now his position will be lost. So this shows how Indra is attached to his position. Materially motivated people become very attached to their materialistic situation. Even Indra, the king of demigods. And that is the difference between a devotee and a non-devotee. Indra is a devotee in a way, but not a very advanced devotee. From this we can see that. Because he is attached to his position. Whereas the devotee is not at all attached to his position. Devotee's prayer is, na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. Na dhanam, I don't care for wealth. Na janam. Na janam means actually position, because position gives janam, following. Bigger the position, more the followers, more the power. And Sundarim, association of beautiful women. A devotee is completely detached, because these desires are material desires. Material desires means these are the desires for sense gratification. These are the desires that are generated from the body. It's body's demand, body's requirements. Body wants this. Does the spirit soul need money? Does the spirit soul need followers or big position? Does the spirit soul need association of beautiful women? No. Spirit souls needs a spiritual. Yes, spirit soul also has craving for dhanam. What kind of dhanam? Spirit souls need, the spirit souls demand is spiritual dhanam, spiritual wealth. What is the spiritual wealth? Spiritual wealth is bhakti. Spirit soul also needs janam. But what kind of janam? Association of other devotees. And the spirit soul also is attracted, but not to Sundarim, but Param Sundaram. So who is that? Param Sundar? Sri Krishna. That is the difference between body's needs and soul's needs. Consciousness is coming from the soul, but when it is projected through the body, then the needs become related to the body. Now we can see how they are related to the body. How many of you think that at some point you have to leave your body and go away? How many of you think that you have to die? Okay, good. So when one is dying, how much dhanam he will be able to take with him? 1 lakh रुपया? 1 crore रुपया? 1 पैसा भी हम साथ नहीं ले सकेंगे. So janam, how many followers we will be able to take with us? Jana tujhko pade ekela. After death we have to go alone. We have to go alone. We won't be able to, no one will be able to go with me, or no one will not be able to take anybody with us. And same thing with Sundarim. Therefore, a devotee is interested to develop his fulfill his spiritual needs. And as I said, spiritually also we need. The spirits also need these kind of requirements or assets. Dhanam, the wealth of devotion. Janam, association of devotees. And attraction for Krishna. So actually these needs are reflected in the material nature in the form of dhanam, janam, sundari. Our actual need is bhakti, sadhu sangha, and Krishna Seva. When you are with Krishna, then what are you going to do? Serve Krishna. Now these assets will stay with the soul. The spiritual assets that you acquire will be with you even after death. They are avinashvar. This wealth is indestructible. So that's why devotee doesn't want anything material. Prabhupada is pointing out that there are different types of people, and according to their status, they have different kinds of needs. Even those who are spiritually, or those who are following the Vedic culture, they also fall in different categories. Those who are following Vedic culture, those who are following the Vedas, instructions of the Vedas, they also come into 3 different categories, 4 different categories. First I'll describe the 3 of them. Those 3 are known as Karmi, Jnani and Yogi. Karmi is a person who wants to enjoy in this material nature. Those who want to enjoy the fruits of their activities. They do something with an intention to get something in return. They are known as karmis. They're following the Vedas. But what they're doing? They're following the Vedic instructions to enjoy the results of those actions. Results of those actions. Like they give in charity. Why do they give charity? Vedas are giving all kinds of instructions. If you give in charity, you will get this benefit. If you dig well, you will get this kind of benefit. If you plant trees, you will get this kind of benefits. If you build roads, you will get this kind of benefits. If you perform Agnishtom, Agnihotra Yogya on such and such occasion, you will get this kind of benefit. If you fast on such and such brat, you will get this kind of benefits. If you perform different types of sacrifices, you will get this kind of benefits. So Vedas are giving a list of such pious activities. By performing those activities, one gets some material benefit. They are known as karmis. The Jnanis, they realize that it is no use trying to enjoy in this material nature. They think that what's the use of getting all these benefits? Because ultimately the life will come to an end, and they understand that this material nature is full of suffering. The Jnanis understood 2 things. Basically, they understood that this material nature is a place of suffering. Dukkhalayam, ashvashatam. The material nature is dukkhalayam. In a place of dukkha, how can you get sukh? Or this material nature is a prison house. How can one be in a prison and enjoy? Does anybody go to the prison to enjoy? Jai Shri Krishna Balaram ki jai. Jai Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki jai. Jai Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai. So Jnanis understand that this is a place of suffering. And not only that this is a place of suffering, they also understand that this body is a very nice instrument to receive pain. This is a place of suffering, and this is a very nice instrument, this is a very nice machine to get pain, to receive pain. So with an instrument to receive pain in a place of suffering, can you possibly enjoy? Therefore, the Jnanis think, let me get out of here. Let's just get out of here. This is a prison house. I don't want to stay in a prison, so let me get out. Therefore, the Jnanis want liberation. Karmis want bhukti, material enjoyment, and Jnanis want mukti, liberation. And what kind of liberation? Getting out of the material nature and merging in Brahma Jyoti, spiritual light. And then there is another kind of people who think that by practicing yoga, I will acquire siddhi, power. Yogas give you different types of powers. Yoga siddhi. Ashtanga yoga gives ashta siddhi. Anima, laghima, prakamma, shashti, etc. Kama vashaita, anima, laghima, mahima, etc. Prapti, prakamma, kama vashaita, ishita, vashita, and kama vashaita. Yeah, thank you. So these are the ashta siddhis. These ashta siddhis. Now, say for example, see, they give you some power. What kind of power? Anima, becoming light, very, very light. So light that you can fly. Anima means becoming very small. Anu. The word anima is coming from anu. Laghima is coming from becoming very light. Is it Garima or Mahima? Mahima. Mahima is the thing that you become very heavy. In one way, with one siddhi you can become very light, with another siddhi you can become very heavy. And in this way, there are Ishita, Boshita. Boshita, you can hypnotize people. Not just hypnotize, you can bring people under your control. You can tell them, do this, and they will do it. They won't have any personal consideration. Like for example, as a person with the Boshita Siddhi, he can go to a millionaire and tell, okay, you transfer your 25 million rupees into my bank account. And he will do it. Okay, and then finally the thing is prapti. Prapti siddhi gives you whatever you want, you can get. Whatever you want, you will get it. So these are different types of yoga siddhis. So yogis aspire for yoga siddhi. Bhukti, mukti, siddhi. Karmi, jnani, yogi. They have these desires to enjoy. But a devotee is free from any such desire. Therefore, Chaitanya Charitamrita is saying, Krishna Bhakta Nishkam Otoeb Shanto Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Kami Shakuli Ashanto. Krishna Bhakta Nishkam. Nishkam means free from all material desire. Therefore, he is very peaceful in heart. Whereas the karmis who want enjoyment, jnanis who want liberation, yogis who want yogic siddhi, they all are ashanta. Ashanta means very disturbed in heart. Devotees are peaceful, they are disturbed. Why? Because they have material desires. And it has been pointed out, what is a devotee's attitude? A devotee knows the futility of all these achievements. Why enjoy? Even in heavenly planet, what's there? In Ramayana there is a description of a sadhu, a rishi, who was performing great austerities. And then finally the chariot came from the heavenly planet. And with some demigods who came to take him to heavenly planet. So he asked that what is there in the heavenly planet? So they started to describe all the different enjoyments in the heavenly planets. That there is somaras. You can drink that and get unlimited energy and joy by drinking that. Then there are so many beautiful palaces, beautiful gardens. Then you can fly in celestial aeroplanes. Then there are beautiful dancing girls. Whenever you want, they'll come to you and dance for you. And this way they kept on describing these facilities in the heavenly planet. But this rishi asked, will it last forever, this enjoyment? Then he said, no. When your punya will be finished, then you have to come back here again. So he said, if I have to come back here, then why should I go there? If that enjoyment is going to come to an end at one point, then it will become very, very painful to be situated in an enjoyable situation and then lose that opportunity to enjoy. So tell me, if there is any place where these enjoyments, where the situation is permanent, the situation is eternal. Going there, I don't have to come back again. And then he was told about the spiritual sky. Then he said that I would rather go there. Why should I go to a heavenly planet? So this is the intelligent decision. Like, be is in a situation which is going to be eternal. Yes, everybody wants to enjoy, but that enjoyment should be endless enjoyment. Attantik dukkha nibritti. Total cessation of suffering condition. And that's why Prabhupada is quoting Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur, an associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very, very intimate associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, a very wonderful devotee. He is the uncle of Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur is saying, Koivalla narakayati. Koivalla means liberation. Narakayati. Koivalla, liberation. Brahma Sajuja appears to be like going to Narak, going to hell. And Vidhi Mahendra Dhishna Kitayati. The position of Vidhi means Lord Brahma. Mahesh, Lord Shiva. Lord Indra. Their position appears to be like the position of an insect. The position of Lord Shiva, Brahma, appear to be like the position of an insect. Kitayati. The heavenly planet appears to be Kha Pushpayate. Kha means sky and Pushpa means flower. Another expression for that is Akash Kushum. A flower in the sky. Can there be flower in the sky? Or can there be, there's an English expression which is more appropriate, is pie in the sky. Can there be pie in the sky? Or phantasmagoria. It appears to be there, but it's not there. It's just a mental illusion, mind's projection. Mind's projection. Mind is, because it's a kind of situation in a subtle bodily plane. Not really real. Some enjoyment is there, like a nice dream. So heavenly planets are like that. Kha Pushpayati. And why? How does it happen? To whom does it happen? Who does it look like that? The one who has received the Kripa Kataksha. Who has received the merciful glance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One who has received the merciful glance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So just the glance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu creates such good fortune, the good fortune of pure devotion, that even the position of Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva appear to be totally insignificant. Liberation appears to be like going to hell. So that is the position of a devotee. Why? Because the devotees have got the taste of something, some joy. Compared to that joy, that Premananda is so great that compared to that, everything like liberation, going to heavenly planets, big position in this material nature, they all appear to be totally insignificant. So this is how wonderful devotion to Krishna is. And here Prithu Maharaj is saying the same thing. Why should I aspire for something? You are the Koiballa Pati. You are the giver of liberation. At the same time, you are Bharadeshwara. You are the Lord of all, the giver of benedictions. So now that I have come across you, why should I ask for anything? So please just be merciful unto me. That's about all I want. There's no need to ask for anything because I know that you care for me. You are concerned about my welfare. So you know what is beneficial for me. Therefore, a devotee doesn't have anything to ask for. Devotee doesn't ask for anything because he knows that the Lord and Master that he has is Bharadeshwaraha. He is the giver of all benedictions. He is the giver of liberation. So all we want is just to serve him. And in this respect, in some other place Prabhupada pointed out that when one knows that his father is so opulent, and at the same time he knows that his father is his real well-wisher, will the son ever ask anything from the father? No. He'll simply be satisfied with whatever the father is giving him. Because he knows that his father knows what is beneficial for him. And so consider Krishna, who is the richest, he is the most powerful, who is the most influential. And he is our dearmost friend and caring father. So why should we worry about anything? We should simply depend upon his mercy. Krishna, Marobi Rakhobi Jo Ichha Tohara. Whatever you want to do with me, just do it. Whether you want to keep me, whether you want to protect me, whether you want to destroy me, it's up to you. Because I know whatever you do is going to be for my ultimate benefit. So that is the attitude of a devotee. And that has been so beautifully displayed by Prithu Maharaj here. Thank you all very much. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari. Any question? By the way, Jamuna Priya, yesterday you asked a question about remembering the devotee at the time of death. Huh? Instead of Krishna. Say it again.
What I meant was that if we are attached to our husband or to the child, that we will make sure that we do remember Krishna and not them, even if we're going there for results.
Yeah. Yesterday I actually mentioned that devotees' relationships are all based on Krishna, isn't it? All the devotional relationships are based on Krishna. It's not direct. There are two ways we can develop relationships: through the body, through Krishna, isn't it? Material relationships are based on the bodily relationship. The body is born from the father and mother, therefore the father and mother, and so forth. Whereas spiritual relationships are centered around Krishna. So briefly I answered that question. I thought I'll elaborate a little more because it is actually an important question. And yesterday I actually mentioned that because it's centered around Krishna, when you think about that person, that relative who is a devotee, you'll be led to think about Krishna because the relationship is centered around Krishna. Right? So in simple words it can be said that it is due to centered around Krishna. In simple words, yes, it's all right to think of the devotee even at the time of death, because eventually it will lead to Krishna. How it will lead to Krishna, then we have to see at that time. right? Yes, the point is, yes, thinking about the devotee relative is all right. Okay, Hare Krishna. Yeah, okay. Take the mic.
You have said that spiritual assets stay even after death. When you are dying, can you be what are these assets? And when you are dying, can you be conscious that we have attained these assets?
It will be there. You see, whatever you do spiritually, because it is done spiritually, it belongs to the spirit soul. Right? Say, for example, your relationship with Krishna. Is it a material relationship or spiritual? Is it of the body or of the soul? So because it is of the soul, it will remain with the soul. Whatever is with the body will be finished when the body is finished. But whatever is with the soul will always remain with the soul. And yes, one will remember that. Remember that means one will be aware of that. Like for example, now that you are practicing spiritual life, do you feel that spiritually something is happening? Yeah. Like, we can see that internally we are developing. Spiritually we are advancing. So that is the spiritual asset. Advancement in spiritual life is the spiritual asset. And that asset will remain with the soul even after death. And one will also be aware of that asset all the time. Okay. There are some questions from the internet. So, this is from Giriraj Das from Gurgaon. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. Can you please guide us, where do we draw the line in maintaining our lives and then desires to become more prosperous in material life? In our petty thinking, we think that the best combination is material opulence and devotional service as combination. When our heart is in devotion, then still we feel being pressured to perform well in material life. How to balance? Yeah, I think this is a typical householder situation. I want best of both worlds. Material opulence and spiritual advancement. Okay, as long as you are in household life, you can aspire for that, Giriraj Das. But then someday you remember that you have to quit your household life. Pancha shodhe bonang brojet. Scripture says, when you become 50 years old, then you have to give up your household life and go to the forest. Meaning, Banaprast. Of course, not ordinary forest, go to Vrindavan. Or go to some ISKCON temple. Now, for this age, some grace has been given. In this age, it is not 50, but it can be stretched up to 65 or maybe even 70. But then you have to detach yourself. Because you see, household life is giving you some license for material enjoyment. Some license, some responsibility. But that should not be the entire mission of life. that should be only one phase, household phase, grihastha ashram. But the goal of life is actually to step out of grihastha ashram and become properly situated in spiritual life. At least internally, you prepare yourself. Although it may not be possible to go to the forest, but you will see it will naturally happen. When the body gets old, both the husband and wife will become detached. And they will become more fixed up in spiritual life. So prepare yourself for that situation. Material life and spiritual life, some combination, some balance is necessary only for householders, what you are actually saying. But brahmacharis, no material consideration. Banaprasthis, they're detaching themselves. And sannyasis, no attachment. Completely detached. Sannyas. Ankit Jadhav, IIT, Indore. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. We say that one should not over-endeavor for material possession, but at the same time that we say we need to do our prescribed duties, and that will also help us in advancing spiritually. But how to know that we are doing our prescribed duties or not? And is it okay to over-endeavor in our prescribed duty? Yeah. First of all, we have to remember that the goal of all these prescribed duties, meaning the instructions that have been given in the scriptures, and when we follow that, is actually meant to come to the platform of devotional service. That is the ultimate consideration. Everything is to bring us to the platform of devotional service. Like, for example, as I mentioned about karmi, jnani and yogi, like we can see the karmis, when they follow the Vedic prescriptions, the instructions of the Vedas, then they'll transcend the karmic platform and come to the platform of knowledge, jnana. In that respect, we can consider that there are 6 darshans in the Vedas. Sad darshan. In that, the first is karma mimamsa or purva mimamsa, preliminary conclusion. That is the karma kanda section. That is the preliminary aspect of the Vedic process. Then it is naturally leading to the platform of jnana, which is consisting of 4 branches of philosophy known as Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Sankhya and Yoga. Gradually Nyaya is leading to Vaisheshika, Vaisheshika is leading to Sankhya, Sankhya is leading to Yoga. And when one achieves the perfection of Yoga, then he transcends to the platform of Bhakti. So this Bhakti is the final conclusion, which is known as Uttar Mimamsa, the final Mimamsa, final Siddhanta, final conclusion. So Ankit, you got your answer? These are answered. So this one is from Ramanuja Krishnadas from Indore. Dear Guru Maharaj, Hare Krishna, Pamho. I am always grateful for your ever-present causeless mercy. Guru Maharaj, if any guest arrives while I am doing puja arati, should I interrupt my puja arati to greet him? Okay. It's a very deep question, or relevant question, I would say. It is said that in the Vedic culture, like a guest should be treated with respect. So when the guest comes, especially if that guest is a devotee of the Lord, then yes, you should stop your puja and greet him. Because the devotee should be treated with all respect. If the guest is a non-devotee, then if someone is there to take care of him, then let that person take care of him first, and then after finishing puja, you can greet him. But otherwise, maybe when the guest will come, and if there is nobody, then it will depend upon your situation. Like if you can indicate that person, look, I am a little busy in the puja, and he also sees that you are doing your puja, then he will understand and he will wait till you finish the puja. Or if you feel that that he should be treated right away, then you can do that. It's entirely up to you how you want to treat him. Prema Manjari Dasi from Mumbai, Hare Krishna Maharaj. Although devotees are peaceful and not disturbed by material desires, yet within the heart there is an expectation that Krishna will take care of all our needs since we are depending on him. Is that also considered as an abhilashita? Yes, Prema Manjari, very nice question. So, it will depend upon one's advancement. You see, it is not that everyone will feel like na dhanam na janam na sundarim. Not that everyone will think that way or feel that way. It will depend upon one's advancement. Only at an advanced stage, considerably advanced stage, one will have that attitude, na dhanam na janam na sundarim. A neophyte devotee will have all kinds of demands, prayers. He will be a devotee and pray to Krishna because he knows that is the best way to fulfill his desires. But because he is approaching Krishna for fulfilling his material desires, that's all right. Because by doing that, eventually he'll come to the platform of annabhilashita sunnam. That is only at an advanced stage. But the thing is, there is no need, Prabhupada said, that there is no need to act artificially. Like Prabhupada actually mentioned that if you have some desire, go and ask Krishna instead of asking the demigods. Generally people pray to the demigods. But Prabhupada is saying better still is to pray to Krishna. For two reasons. One reason is that the demigods will be able to fulfill your desire only when it is approved by Krishna, not otherwise. The devas also are subordinates to Krishna. So, since they have to ask for Krishna's approval, then why go through the via medium of the demigod? Go directly to Krishna. That's one consideration. The other consideration is that when you are asking Krishna for something, and when that is fulfilled, that desire is fulfilled, then your faith in Krishna will be increased. Your attachment to Krishna, your faith in Krishna will increase. So whatever we do in relation to Krishna, is beneficial. So the point is that there is no need to artificially pretend that we have become Annabhilashita Sunnam. If we have Abhilasha, then pray to Krishna instead of praying to the demigods. But naturally then you'll come to a point when you'll feel, why am I asking Krishna? He's already giving me so much. Without asking, Krishna has given me so much. Krishna has given me all the food that I need, all the water that I drink, and all the oxygen that I need to breathe. Tell me, what can be more precious than that? In the middle of a desert, if a very rich man is in the middle of a desert and he doesn't have any water to drink, how much will he pay for a glass of water? Won't we be prepared to pay everything for a glass of water at that time, whatever our position is? So that is how precious, that's how valuable a glass of water is. And are we paying anything for? Nowadays, of course, we are paying for water also. But Krishna is abundantly supplying the water. Krishna is abundantly supplying our food. Krishna is abundantly supplying our oxygen. So when Krishna is already doing that without even asking for it, why should he ask for anything to him? But it requires certain degree of advancement. Another question from Shantipur Das from Indore. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Guru Maharaj, material attraction automatically comes, but for spiritually, we have to keep doing our efforts. Why? Yes, because we are one way, we are sick, we are blind, and we are stupid. We are sick due to a disease called Bhavarog, materialistic disease. And it is because of the disease, just as when you get jaundice, when one has jaundice, then how does sugar taste to him? Bitter. Sugar is not bitter, right? But it is due to the jaundice that sugar tastes bitter. Similarly, devotional service or spiritual life is joyful. But because we are suffering from a disease, that's why it doesn't appear to be joyful. So when you are suffering from jaundice, what do you have to do? You have to get cured first. And then when you get cured, then yes, honey will taste sweet. But because of a disease condition, what is happening? Honey tastes bitter and money tastes sweet. Okay. Okay, let me just complete this sentence. And I said blind. You see, because we have become blind, that's why we are not seeing Krishna's beauty. And instead of becoming attracted to Krishna's beauty, we are attracted to some material form and becoming attracted to that. And so this is how, due to our disease, due to our blindness, and as I meant, due to our stupidity. Why stupidity? Because we are so stupid that we are not seeing how much Krishna is giving us, how much Krishna is doing for us. But when we develop intelligence, then we see, oh, Krishna is giving us so much. And Krishna is such a wonderful person. Krishna possesses everything. Krishna is the supreme creator. Krishna is the supreme maintainer. So let me surrender unto Krishna and serve him. But what we are doing, instead of serving Krishna, we are serving somebody who is giving us few thousand rupees. And we're thinking that, oh, I must serve him. So instead of serving Krishna, we are serving somebody who is giving us just a few thousand rupees and exploiting us. Krishna is our greatest well-wisher, and Krishna is providing us with everything we need, but still we don't want to serve Krishna, but working 10, 12 hours every day just to serve somebody who is giving us a few rupees here and there. So that is our stupidity. Yes, what's your question?
It is said that one has to approach Krishna not directly but through the way of devotees or representatives of Krishna. Now in the material world, the demigods are also acting as representatives of Krishna. So what is the difference between that representation? This is here they said that you go directly to Krishna, not through the demigod, but there they say go through the demigod.
Yeah. Yes, demigods are also devotees, but the demigods are not pure devotees. That is the difference. Because when we approach the demigods and we find that the demigods are also saying dhanang dehi, janang dehi, etc., then we may get affected by their association. And we also may say dhanang dehi, janang dehi. Right? But a pure devotee's attitude is na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. So that's why it's always advisable to approach through a pure devotee. Yes. Take the mic.
Thank you very much. As you said that Krishna is our dearmost friend, and Krishna says about so like if somebody is averse to Krishna and not listening to him, so how does Krishna act for him as a dearmost friend?
Okay. There are two conditions in this respect. One is, Krishna says, Je jathamang prapadante tangs tathaiva bhajamaham. Right? But there are two considerations. Devotee and non-devotee. When a devotee wants something from Krishna, Krishna will say, granted, granted, granted. But when a non-devotee says something to Krishna, wants something from Krishna, then Krishna says, pay the price, pay the price, pay the price. And the price is punya. You have punya, you can have it. You are desiring something, if you have punya, you can have it. So the price that you are paying is with punya. Just like you go to a shopkeeper, he will give you something, whatever you want, you can buy. Everything is there in the shop. But if you want it, what he will say? 500 ruपया, जेब में है तो मिलेगा, अगर नहीं है तो बाद में आना. So according to your ability of punya, your desires will be fulfilled. Punya is actually subtle wealth. Money is the gross wealth, punya is the subtle wealth. So that is how Je Jathamang Prapadanti. So there is a question at the back. Give him the mic.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for your wonderful presentation. Actually, I was reading in 6.23, the Dhyana Yoga. Actually, this is related to the Jogi, and hearing the Jogis, Prabhupada is writing, there are two types of samadhis. One is Samprapada and one is Asamprapada. And in this Asamprapada just one thing, the Bhagavad Gita is writing that there is a spiritual form they realize. They attain the spiritual self-realization. So my question is that whether in the yogi process, is there any stage where they attain like a devotional stage or something like that?
Okay.
They are confused in that Bhagavad.
Okay. You see, devotion comes after yoga. Like, so as you mentioned, that samadhi, there are two types of samadhis. One is savikalpa samadhi, and the other is nirvikalpa samadhi. Savikalpa samadhi is interrupted samadhi. Nirvikalpa samadhi is uninterrupted samadhi. Or as you said, sampragyata and asampragyata. But the devotion is beyond that samadhi. In samadhi, one sees Krishna or Paramatma. And when he surrenders himself to him, the super soul, Paramatma, Krishna, then devotion begins. Devotion begins with Sharanagati, surrender. Right? So the point is, devotional service is beyond yoga. Not that through yoga you become a devotee. But when yoga, and when you achieve the yogic perfection, then devotion begins. But then again, not through yoga, but through the devotee who guides you. A yogi has to have a guru, bona fide spiritual master, to become a devotee. Not on his own he can become a devotee. So that is the main consideration here. And as Krishna mentioned at the end of that 6th chapter, yoginam opi sarvesham madgatena antaratmana shraddhavan bhajate jo mam same yukta tamo mataha. Prior to that, he said, karmibhascha adhiko yogi jnanibhascha matadhiko taposhibha adhiko yogi jnanibhascha matodhiko. Karmibhascha adhiko yogi and karma, right. Don't interrupt, I know. That of beyond, better than the karmis are the yogis, better than the jnanis are the yogis, better than the tapasis are the yogis. Therefore you become a yogi. He's saying become a yogi. But then the next verse is saying, yoginam opi sarvesham madgatena antaratmana. Of all the yogis, one who has become my devotee, he is the best of yogis. Same yukta tamo mata. He is most intimately connected to me. So, and then how does one become a devotee? One can become a devotee only by the mercy of a devotee.